in the United States. We're the only Arctic state making the United States an Arctic country. We only have about 730,000 to 35,000, depending on who's the governor, in our population for the whole state. Anchorage, our largest city, has only about 230,000 people. It is the second most diverse city in the whole country. People are getting excited. We have many Ukrainian refugees settled here. As the farthest western state of the Union, we're often referred to as the last frontier. However, in reality, we're the first frontier of climate change. Climate change caused by fossil fuels and the legacy of extractive economies that view people and land purely as monetary resources. How surreal and how heavy it feels that Trump has called a summit with Putin here in Alaska. We condemn, yes, we condemn the legitimization of war criminals. Russians who came over here to Alaska in 1741 ravaged the people, the land, and the fur and oil-bearing animals. Feeling that they had exhausted the state's resources, they sold the right to occupy Alaska in 1867. If you do not know, there was no just war or fee simple title by Russia. Russia didn't actually own Alaska.
No. Right. No.
It's true.
And they can't have any of our resources.
No, they can't have us. We're not theirs, never have been, never will be. We say that... there we are. There's my hostess with the mostest. We feel the weight of this meeting here in Anchorage. I want everyone to understand how surreal it feels for us. You don't often hear Russia and U.S. leaders meeting in Alaska. Not only often, I don't know ever. There are a few zealots who are ecstatic, but in reality, it brings a wave of anxiety for most of Alaskans. Russia has been the United States enemy for a very long time. Even now, in the news, Russia was just found hacking our justice system. There is zero mutual respect, only Trump's desire to be an authoritarian leader. The summit is symbolic. First U.S.-hosted meeting since 2007 means that we're in the midst of the global spotlight. Do you know that we have reporters here from not only all over the country, but from all over the world? Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to our great state. Let's be honest. Leaving Zelensky out isn't a minor detail. It wasn't an accident. It is everything. We're talking about Ukraine's fate being discussed with no Ukrainian voices at the table. That feels like a betrayal. It not only feels like a betrayal, it is betrayal. A betrayal of diplomacy and definitely worrying people here and around the world. We can't ignore it. Trump casually announcing, "I'm going to Russia." He doesn't even know, or Freudian slip, that Alaska is a state in the United States. His last term, he thought so little of us, he only referred to us as the United States Resource Warehouse. Jeez. These kinds of statements underscore how out of touch the president is of Alaska. We're deeply protective of our land and resources. Any idea of granting access to foreign powers, especially Russia, is a violation. Climate change isn't theoretical here, it's daily life. We're experiencing it 4 times faster than anywhere else in the United States. They're talking about opening up the Arctic National Wildlife Refuge to mining and drilling for oil and gas. It is the calving grounds on the coastal plain is the calving grounds for the last wild caribou herd in the world. Even in the shade that Trump threw at Denali, saying that he wanted to name it Mount McKinley again. Thankfully, it is the Great One. He's only afraid because just a mountain and its grandeur outshadows him for eons. Alaskans pride our state and our communities. We help our neighbors. We value freedom. We value privacy and rely on the skills and self-sufficient living. In relationship to the land, it's part of who we are. It's part of our identity. And we identify with Ukrainians in the same way, that they have the same values. And we understand what they're going through. We may not be in war ourselves now, but we have seen it in our state. We have been under siege. The Aleutian Islands, when the Russians came through and ravaged the indigenous peoples and the land and the animals, we lost 90% of the population of the Unungan people. We are in solidarity with Ukraine, and I'm thankful for everyone who showed up today to show that. You are seeing a change.
Once again, thank you everyone for being out here today. This is a wonderful event to see everyone here in the park to support Ukraine. In just a few minutes, we're going to start with some guidelines on how to unfurl the flag and just a little speech. So thank you all so much.
Y'all don't really need to hear from me. Do you? What? Oh my gosh, this is so tall. Somebody help me. Help me. The little short person. Oh my God. I've never been good with anything mechanical. Okay, so like you heard, we are here to unfurl one of the largest Ukrainian flags in the world. I can't think of a better FU to Trump anthem, okay? Because Texas might think they have it, but we all know. So, I just wanted to, well, actually, I'm going to close because I think we should get started. I'm excited.
Yeah.
But what I want to make sure everybody does here today is something that we have been doing. Stop. Find somebody close to you that you do not know and tell them thank you for standing up for me today. Thank you. Introduce yourself.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting Ukraine.
These are the people that, when they come for you, these are the people that are going to stand up for you. Right? These are the people that are your friends, your neighbors, and your allies. In this time of division and hatred.
Yeah, no, I'm not in the military, but I just...
We need to hold our community
Oh,
close.
thanks. I just have it like a style.
We need to hold our family close. And we need to make a new family, right? We need to come together as a community and pick each other up as they try to keep their boots on our neck. And I see a group of younger folks right here. And I love to see you here. You are amazing. You are the future. And their signs pretty much say everything. The first one says, Alaskans against fascism. And I think we can all agree with that. There's a president right there. This one's going to be president. And the second one says, hate never made America great. Because we all know that love, not hate, makes America great, right? Say it with me. Love, not hate, makes America great. Love, not hate, makes America great. Love, not hate, makes America great. All right, let's do this. Let's do this flag. I am so excited. I can't believe we pulled this together in, what, 3 days? Y'all rock my socks. Alaskans will get done, okay? Yeah! And when our democracy is under attack, what do we do?
Stand up, fight back!
That's right, stand up, fight back!
Thank you, everyone. This flag today here is not just fabric. It is a symbol of freedom, resilience, and unity. Putin and Trump may not see it from the sky, but the world will. And we together stand with Ukraine. I want to extend a very special thank you to United Help Ukraine and to Stand Up Alaska for making this all possible on such short notice. We have this 132 by 65 foot flag that has been flown up from New Jersey on quite a few flights to be at this event today, and thankfully it made it just in time. Now, I would like to get to a few ground rules. Well, really no ground rules. So really the whole goal here is to have the flag off the ground at all times. We're going to be unfurling it at about waist height. And what we'll do is start from the west side over here and move east. And what we'll do in the beginning, those currently at the start line is a few flowers and a peg. We'll pick the flag up and align it out in its short distance and move towards the east side at a very slow pace with people holding on. And please listen to my guidance as we're doing it, as to not damage or destroy the flag. As also, just please make sure it does not touch the ground during this event. If you need any help, please raise your hand and say assist, and I'm sure one of your fellow citizens around you would be able to help you hold that part of the flag. And lastly, we'll keep it open for about 15 minutes. The goal is to have it open around 2 p.m. and get some photos from the north direction. So please have your signs facing this way. And on my mark as well, we will roll the flag up, basically exactly reversing the direction we just did. So from west to, or sorry, excuse me, from east to west. And believe that is it. Glory to Ukraine, and I will pass the mic off to Michelle to say a few more words. Thank you all for being here.
I'd like to thank you all for coming. Can you all hear me? All right. I would like to thank you all for coming. Having personal ties to Ukraine, the war has directly impacted friends and loved ones alike. All right, can everyone hear me now? I would like to thank you all for coming. Having personal ties to Ukraine, the war has directly impacted friends and loved ones in mine. I take this opportunity to share my support for them as an American, as an ally, as a friend, family, and as someone who grieves the turmoil and suffering that many have experienced through the war. We are here today in light of a summit being hosted today in Anchorage between American and Russian leadership to discuss an end to the war in Ukraine. We are all gathered for this moment to share a voice that is not at the table today, the voice of the Ukrainian people.
That's right.
For this part of our event today, as we unfurl the flag, we request all participants to support one unified message that represents the Ukrainian community here with us today and around the globe. With the state of affairs domestically and internationally, there's a lot to speak for, and there's a lot we need to stand up for. We kindly ask the voice and the message from the Ukrainian people to speak the loudest today. And that is a call for peace and solidarity with Ukraine. Through the valiant efforts of United Help Ukraine organization, Doug, who was just speaking with us, who made several dozen calls trying to coordinate this in 48 hours, as well as to many local organizations who have helped raise awareness of the community in Anchorage, we have an opportunity to display a powerful emblem. The Ukrainian flag is marked with a blue stripe on the top and yellow on the bottom. The blue represents the sky, often symbolizing freedom, peace, and the vastness of Ukraine. The yellow represents the golden wheat fields, symbolizing prosperity, wealth, and the richness of the land. We can see this every time that we look at the horizon. This land and the sky will always go hand in hand. There would be no sky without land and no land without sky. It's impossible to separate them. The flag here today represents Ukrainian heritage, culture, and people, and now more than ever, it represents their freedom. When I look straight ahead and I see the horizon, I see this symbol. And like the land and sky, Ukraine cannot be torn apart.
That's right.
Glory to Ukraine.
And we will have Doug come back here momentarily to now discuss the logistics. We will be having folks who will be unfurling the flag, and then we also have any folks who have peaceful signs to also show up at the top of the flag, so then that way we'll have a nice layout of people holding the flag as well as signage for everyone to see. There will be some photos that are taken up from the buildings over there, so we just want to really create this unified and powerful statement of our support for peace and solidarity. Thank you all so much for being here. It means the world. And now we need to find Doug. Give me 1 second.
I need to find Doug.
Hey, Doug, where are you at? Doug! Doug! Yell! We're going to send people over.
Excuse me, mind if I get through? Thank you. Excuse me, mind if I get through?
You want to get through?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
I mean, I
East side, closest direction towards the
just be.
just slowly.
But I think I'm going to be walking.
Tim's got some parachute here. Probably get a shot of him in the yellow.